It's a well-known fact, right? That anything that the state of California does, the state of Washington and the state of Oregon are not far behind. Oregon and Washington being two whole different entities, two whole different monsters, don't like to admit that they piggyback off California, but they do. See, look at this brother on this screen right here. Pardon my burp. This happens every single time I record. I can't explain it. I might have acid reflux. You're reading that caption, right? His regular salary versus his overtime. And look at how he's dressed. See, these are the people everyone wants to look down on because they don't want to see the future and they don't want to see what's right in their face and what's coming. Now, if you read this article, people who work regular jobs and city council people are up in arms that all these electricians, firefighters, and cops in less than 3 years are making anywhere from $1 to $2.3 million. Even some medical staff at hospitals in certain needed areas. Imagine that, the jobs that people tend to put down, the jobs that tend to, if you go to college, have a high level of skill, or go to trade school, have a high level of skill. The notable word being skill are the very ones becoming millionaires now. And see, some people want to get up in arms about tech and how you need to go sit at a desk and look good all day, but y'all are the ones getting laid off. Don't get mad at me. My thing is, if you want to work tech, I'm not knocking that. As long as you start going to get those AI certs, go get that CompTIA. Whatever y'all feel about Erica Williams' Classy Climb, she wasn't lying about this. And she predicted this when I watched her channel regularly in, I think it's 2021. She can correct me if she ever watching this. She said this was coming. You got regular people who can't make their salary sitting up here complaining about it, while you got California backing the reason. And guess what the reason is? We don't have that many people to work those jobs. So we need the overtime for those who have the skill. It's called supply and demand. You can sit here and blame them for your shortcomings all you want, but they built the skills, took the deal, as someone else on YouTube, I won't say their name because they don't give me permission to talk about them. And now they're living well. Don't think for a second that your complaining is going to change this issue. What you going to do, put out a lawsuit for people who wouldn't got skilled jobs because you didn't go build your own skills? See, here's why this is my stupid fault. I'll be a fly on the wall. There was a young pretty sister many years ago that tried to get my stupid butt to get into a trade. I just didn't want to do the long drive and go to the school. And I think most of my tuition was going to be paid. I think it's out near Renton. If you don't know what Renton is, Renton, you can go look it up. I think it's out that way, but I'm not too sure. Because they needed a certain amount. This is when what we call now diversity, equity, and inclusion. They didn't have that many women in trades, particularly black women. The ideal of being electrocuted scared me, and I turned down becoming an electrician. And now with me having a mechanic husband that makes more than I do, and he only has a high school education, and he's smarter than me, smarter mentally and physically. I could have been a carpenter. I didn't think about it like that. I had a fear that people would know I'm not that smart at math because I was in special education. And so I didn't go, and I let my fear get in the way. And if you see what California is doing, you know it's coming to the state of Washington because we're neighbors. Darn it, I let my fear get in the way. Don't get mad at me when you read this article. Guess who's primarily making bank? Men. Because these jobs that y'all look at for people who get dirty, I don't want to date nobody to get dirty and do that type of job. Even people who are cesspool operators, people who go and clean septic tanks. Oh, those people are about to make bank. And see, you looking down on them and then wanting your little desk job, and your little desk job that you think that you something at are the very things getting automated. A lot of what secretaries do can be automated. Call centers can be automated. Medical receptionists over the phone can be automated. Here's why I made this video, okay? Because I have my deep regrets about things. About a master's degree that I'm not using, but I could probably on the side become a history teacher in some capacity one day if I can find a weekend gig. You see, the thing about it is, I made a video called Disrespect in a Time of Inflation in South Korea right now. As you know, medical doctors were so overworked they were walking out of hospitals. We know why they did it, because they have the hegemony. Despite the fact that that's the East, and that country stated that it was going to start forcing doctors to go back in. See, since we're in the West and this is United States, what states are going to start doing is just paying them premium. Which means if you're a person like me and your money's going to go to 6 figures by 2026 because that's the job I work. Because when Uncle Joe Biden decided to raise our salary in the federal government, I jumped from 71K to 76K. And I'll be close to 80 grand at the end of the year because I'm in an internship. For my GS11, I feel blessed and fortunate. But still, it don't change the fact, because my husband was smart and went and got those mechanical skills as a sailor, then went back to his same shop as a civilian. He's a supervisor now, making buku money. See, mostly men want to work these jobs. See, what this article is evidence of to me is that men are the future. Yeah, that's going to make people mad. I know I'm going to lose some subscribers. Not to say that women don't work these jobs. But here's what I'm going to depart with. Number one, blue-collar millionaires are the future if you're not going to be a billionaire. Because we're going to need these services more and more when you look at bridges collapsing. Because we had one collapse here near me in Washington State a couple of years ago. Between infrastructures, growing wildfires, pandemics. These people who you look down upon are going to be needed more than you are working your current fast food and service job that's going away. Don't hate. Just get some skills and become one of them.